biggest challenge today, Frank? When you look at your role, what's the hardest part?
Yeah, I think when you think about talent, bringing the right people in. Okay, let me ask you a question, Harry. Have you ever bought a house?
Yeah,
Okay,
apartment. Yeah.
apartment. So you go through the process. When I bought my house, it was nice foundation, terrible color, terrible decoration, right? And so what happens is most people would go through this process of buying a house, and they look at it, and if they can't see the end state, they don't have the vision to do so, they're not going to buy it. So I literally told my agent when I bought my house, I was like, I'm so glad this color of this house was rust red. She goes, no one else said that. I'm so surprised to hear you. I said, well, if it was white, it would have been sold a year prior, and like I wouldn't have been able to afford it. So quite literally, the idea that people that can visualize the end state, that's a very powerful tool, and it's very rare to be able to do that. And by the way, customers have a hard time doing that. Not because they're not intelligent, it's because they're busy, they're stressed out, they've got a million things to do. Finding people that can be visionaries, that can imagine the end state and then creatively reverse back engineer through the lens of the customer the challenges that they're going to see, and then how to remediate that, and then bring that to life and take the customer on the journey and inspire them and excite them, and then get them to the state mentally where they believe you and they see what the outcomes can be. That is an art that is extremely difficult to find. And when you can find someone who has it, you grab them, you bring them over, and you just give them all the resources possible, and you try to retain them as long as possible. That is a skill and a value that's very difficult to find. That, and teaching people to communicate with senior executives, those are just like hard to find skills. And so I appreciate that when I see it.
Man, all of my career I've been told I'm not experienced enough, I'm not smart enough, I haven't put the yards in. And I'm like, I get it. But what if I can? Like, what if you're wrong and I'm right? And it's like the visualization of, I get you, but let's see, like, in my mind, what it looks like if I'm right. And I think I am. Do you see what I mean? And so it's like seeing what others don't in terms of the uncapped.
Here's the deal, Harry. That's a competitive advantage, right? And so you recognize that like very few people do that. What they want to do is just hire more people. Like the ability to, I think, to capitalize on that is rare. And so if you get really good at something other people don't pay attention to, I think that's probably one of the things that makes you great.